Kim Yoo-jung opens up 23 years in fame and still afraid to trust. Imagine a spotlight that never dims, casting shadows of innocence lost and resilience forged, where a child once wide-eyed now commands the screen as a venomous siren of revenge. Kim Yoo-jung's plunge into the abyss of Dear Ex isn't just acting, it's a revelation that chills the soul and captivates the heart, making you wonder if the monster on screen ever truly sleeps. As the enigmatic Baek Ah-jin, a top actress scarred by childhood domestic violence who wields manipulation like a sharpened blade, Yoo-jung has ignited a firestorm of viral clips across social media. Her icy stares and calculated smiles slicing through viewers like a winter gale. It's utterly mesmerizing how she embodies this psychopathic force, a woman who reads people like open books and discards them as crumpled pages once their use fades, all while climbing the glittering ladder of stardom in Seoul's unforgiving entertainment world. One can't help but feel a shiver of admiration mixed with unease. In a drama that peels back the glossy facade of celebrity to expose the rot beneath, Yoo-jung's performance feels less like fiction and more like a haunting mirror to the industry's own hidden fractures, leaving audiences glued to their screens, hearts pounding in anticipation of her next ruthless move. Her immersion runs so deep that even off-camera, the line blurs into something almost supernatural. Co-stars whisper that the moment director Lee Eung-bok yells, "Cut!" her eyes soften like thawing frost, and that predatory glint vanishes, replaced by the warm, approachable smile of the real Yoo-jung. It's this razor-sharp switch that has everyone on set buzzing, a testament to her method-acting prowess that borders on the eerie, evoking a quiet awe in those who witness it firsthand. Crew members, usually quick to banter during breaks, found themselves orbiting her at a respectful distance during intense scenes, as if the character's aura lingered like smoke from a dying fire. One actor even joked that approaching her mid-take felt like tempting a coiled serpent. Yet, there's something profoundly human in how she owns that isolation, turning it into fuel for authenticity. This contrast stirs a poignant reflection. In an era where performers often wear their vulnerability like armor, Yoo-jung's ability to summon such darkness and then shed it effortlessly reminds us why true artistry demands not just skill, but a fearless dive into the psyche's uncharted depths, leaving you with a lingering respect for the emotional marathon she runs behind every frame. Stepping back from the intensity of Dear Ex, which premiered on TVING just weeks ago to rave reviews for its sleek, mellow thriller pulse and glossy noir aesthetics, Yoo-jung's journey feels like a living chronicle of Korean entertainment's evolution. At just 4 years old, she first flickered into our lives in 2003, not with fanfare, but with the quiet poise of a child model in confectionery ads, her cherubic face already hinting at the depth that would later define her. It's heartwarming, almost nostalgic, to think of that tiny figure navigating studios that dwarfed her. Yet she thrived, landing her acting debut in the historical epic The Great Jang-geum, where her wide-eyed innocence brought historical figures to tender life. Over 2 decades later, with Dear Ex marking her 23rd year in the spotlight, she's no longer the precocious kid stealing scenes in family dramas like Queen Son Deok or The Moon Embracing the Sun. She's the seasoned lead, a senior to nearly every soul on set, her experience a quiet authority that commands respect without a word. There's a bittersweet twinge in realizing how the public has collectively raised her. From pigtails and school uniforms to the sophisticated edge she now wields. It's as if we've all been unwitting guardians, cheering her through awkward teen phases captured in hits like Angry Mom, where her fiery portrayal of a vengeful high schooler first showcased the steel beneath her softness. That sense of shared history bubbled to the surface in her recent guest spot on the YouTube channel Fairy Jae-hyung, a cozy corner of the internet where stars unwind like old friends over tea. Titled Yoo-jung's Broadcasts That We All Raised Together Since She Was 4 and the Stories Behind It, the episode aired like a warm embrace to longtime fans, peeling back layers on everything from her early Inkigayo hosting gig, where, at 15, she charmed audiences alongside Jackson Wang with her bubbly energy, to the grueling diets that once left her lightheaded on set, a confession that tugs at the heartstrings with its raw honesty. Jae-hyung, with his gentle probing, coaxed out tales of isolation during her child star days, like the time she felt adrift playing a school bully in Thread of Lies. Her character's cruelty so convincing that even off-screen, peers kept their distance, mirroring the loneliness she channeled so vividly. It's profoundly relatable, this admission of vulnerability. In an industry that glorifies glamour, hearing her laugh through the pain of skipped meals and forced smiles evokes a fierce protectiveness, a reminder that behind every poised red carpet moment lies a young girl who learned resilience the hard way, turning solitude into a superpower that now fuels her most nuanced roles. What strikes deepest in that interview, though, is her candid wrestle with relationships, a quiet battle waged in the shadows of her veteran status. "It's hard to get close to people easily," she shared, her voice steady, but laced with that familiar humility that makes her so endearing, explaining how the chasm of age and experience often leaves her as the senior in rooms full of ambitious newcomers who were still in diapers when she was headlining her first leads. There's a gentle melancholy in picturing it. Yoo-jung, now 26, dialing co-stars every week or two during shoots, not out of obligation, but genuine care, inquiring about their aches from long hours, the mental fog of tough scenes, or if the latest blocking snag left them frustrated. It's these small rituals, phone calls that bridge the gap between action and rap, that reveal her core. A woman who views communication as the invisible thread holding projects together, ensuring no one drifts into discomfort. One feels an instant kinship with her effort. In a world where networking often feels transactional, her deliberate kindness blooms like a rare flower, fostering bonds that outlast contracts and turning transient sets into tapestries of trust. Her coworkers light up recounting it, how her check-ins aren't perfunctory but probing, laced with empathy that disarms even the weariest grips, proving that true leadership isn't barked orders, but whispered encouragements in the quiet hours. This conscientious spirit, so at odds with Baek Jin's cold machinations in Dear Ex, underscores the magic of Yoo-jung's range. A chameleon who slips into skins as diverse as the Joseon-era princess in Love in the Moonlight, where her chemistry with Park Bo-gum sparked a nationwide swoon, or the quirky barista in Backstreet Rookie, trading royal intrigue for rom-com hijinks that had viewers rooting for her every clumsy crush. Back in 2016, Moonlight catapulted her to household name status, her portrayal of the disguised crown prince's love interest blending youthful exuberance with subtle heartbreak, earning her the most popular actress nod at the Baeksang Arts Awards and cementing her as the fresh face of Saguk revival. It's exhilarating to revisit those episodes now, seeing the seeds of her current intensity in the way she layered innocence with quiet defiance. Fans often muse that if that role was her awakening, then Dear Ex is her reckoning, a full-throated embrace of the shadows she once danced around. And oh, the growth. From the tearful innocence of Golden Rainbow, where she navigated family betrayals with heartbreaking poise at just 13, to the ethereal shaman in Lovers of the Red Sky, channeling mystical longing opposite An Hyo-sup amid painterly visuals that still linger like a dream. Each turn feels earned, a stepping stone in a career that's weathered scandals, hiatuses for studies at Goyang High School of Arts, and the relentless churn of public scrutiny, yet emerges brighter, more layered, evoking a profound sense of pride in her unyielding evolution. Yet beneath the accolades, Excellence Awards at the SBS Drama Awards for Backstreet Rookie, where her deadpan humor turned a lighthearted tale into a binge-worthy escape, lies the quieter fight against the isolation of longevity. As she noted on Fairy Jae-hyung, being the one who started when everyone else was still dreaming creates invisible walls. Her peers, fresh from debuts in idol groups or web series, view her through lenses of awe-tinged deference, making casual banter feel like crossing a generational moat. It's a sentiment that resonates deeply, stirring empathy for the child who once shared playgrounds with scripts in hand, now consciously bridging gaps with extra-mile gestures like group dinners post-rap or handwritten notes tucked into costume bags. Imagine the warmth of those moments. A quick text amid night shoots asking, "Did the rain scene leave you chilled? Grab some hot tea," transforming potential awkwardness into alliance. Her philosophy shines through. Every project must end in harmony, no loose ends fraying into regret. And it's this ethic that has endeared her to directors like the visionary behind Angry Mom, who praised her ability to uplift ensembles even while stealing scenes. One senses in her words a quiet triumph. Overcoming the veteran child star paradox isn't effortless, but her persistence crafts a legacy not just of stellar turns, but of souls touched along the way, leaving an indelible mark that whispers of grace under the glare. The viral wave from Dear X amplifies this duality. Clips of her unblinking interrogations and sly manipulations racking up millions of views, not just for the thrill, but the uncanny realism that makes your skin prickle. Directed by the acclaimed Lee Eung-bok, known for Goblin's ethereal romance and Descendants of the Sun's pulse-racing tension, the series unfolds as a psychological labyrinth, with Yoo-jung's Ah-jin at its venomous core, a survivor who transmutes trauma into a weapon, ensnaring allies like the steadfast prosecutor played by Kim Young-dae in a web of loyalty and deceit. It's thrillingly subversive, flipping the script on redemption arcs to explore how vengeance corrodes from within, and Yoo-jung's commitment elevates it to must-watch territory. Reports from Busan International Film Festival screenings earlier this year buzzed with whispers of her bewitching presence, a far cry from the sunny heroines that once defined her. Fans, many of whom first fell for her in Illusion, the 2012 film where her ethereal vulnerability opposite Lee Bo-young tugged at heartstrings, now revel in this bold pivot, flooding forums with theories on Ah-jin's fractured psyche. There's a delicious irony in how her off-screen affability, those proactive calls ensuring mental check-ins amid the grind, clashes with the role's chill, making the reveal all the more impactful when she snaps back to nice mode, eyes crinkling with genuine mirth. It sparks a wave of affection. Viewers tweet about the full-circle joy of watching her mature, from the plucky orphan in Happiness in the Wind to this apex predator, each phase a brushstroke in a portrait of unbridled talent. Delving deeper into her tapestry, one uncovers gems like her voice work in Leafy, A Hen into the Wild, where at 12 she lent tenderness to an animated tale of maternal sacrifice, her emotive timbre drawing tears from packed theaters and proving her versatility extended beyond live action's demands. Or consider Secret Door, her 2014 Sageuk stint as a scholarly noblewoman entangled in royal intrigue, where she held her own against heavyweights like Lee Jae-hoon, her poised delivery amid courtly whispers earning nods for bridging youth and gravitas. It's these quieter chapters that flesh out the phenomenon, illustrating a career not of overnight leaps, but steady ascents, punctuated by strategic pauses, like her focus on academics post-Moonlight, emerging sharper, more introspective. And in My Absolute Boyfriend, the 2019 rom-com where she romped through sci-fi whimsy as a woman paired with an android suitor, her effervescent charm masked deeper explorations of loneliness, a theme that echoes hauntingly in Dear X. One feels an uplifting surge revisiting these. They humanize the icon, showing a woman who, despite the pedestal, craves connection as fiercely as any of us. Her extra efforts on set, organizing ice-breaking games or sharing playlists to ease pre-take jitters, a balm against the solitude of stardom. As Dear X barrels toward its climax, with Ah-jin's trail of X's, the discarded pawns in her ascent, unraveling in a crescendo of betrayals, Yoo-jung's off-screen revelations add layers of intrigue that keep the conversation alive. In her Fairy Jaehyung chat, she touched on the irony of embodying such detachment while pouring energy into unity, admitting that only feedback from wary colleagues clued her into how deeply she'd lingered in character, her obliviousness to the distance, a humorous footnote to her intensity. It's endearing, this self-awareness gap, evoking chuckles amid the admiration. Imagine the relief on set when she'd emerge from a take, oblivious to the hush, only to beam and launch into queries about everyone's lunch breaks. This caring undercurrent, woven through projects as varied as the historical fantasy The Book of Friends, The Witch's Diner, where she savored the blend of whimsy and melancholy, speaks to a personality that's as much her greatest role as any script. Fans, bonded by decades of on-screen companionship, from her tear-jerking turn in Don't Cry Mommy, a gut-wrenching 2012 film that showcased her raw emotional bandwidth at 13, to the empowering arc in 20th Century Girl, capturing the flutter of first love with nostalgic ache, pour out gratitude for her candor. It's a resonance that feels familial, stirring a collective sigh of relief that she's not just surviving the grind, but thriving. Her harmonious project closures, a quiet vow to leave every chapter better than she found it. Reflecting on the broader strokes, Yoo-jung's path illuminates the child star odyssey in Korea's cutthroat arena, where early fame brings both wings and weights. Debuting amid the Hallyu boom, she rode waves alongside peers like Kim So-hyun, yet carved her niche through sheer adaptability. From the vengeful spark in Revenge Note web series, where her pint-sized Avenger mirrored real teen angst, to the regal poise in The Lady in Dignity, guesting as a poised teen navigating adult hypocrisies. Awards pile like milestones. Best Young Actress at the KBS Drama Awards for Queen Sundok, popularity at MBC for The Moon Embracing the Sun, each a nod to the prodigy who outgrew labels. Yet, as she confided, the flip side is relational friction. Starting when co-stars were toddlers means forging bonds feels like apprenticeship in reverse. Her conscious outreach, weekly wellness pings, inclusive rap parties, a deliberate counter to the drift. There's an inspiring tenacity here that uplifts. In sharing how she once felt raised by viewers during Inkigayo's high-energy broadcasts, mic in hand amid pulsing K-pop anthems, she honors that invisible support, turning potential alienation into alliance. It's why her Dear X surge feels poetic, a dark bloom from light roots, her psychopathic immersion not rebellion, but reclamation, allowing the industry darling to roar while reminding us of the gentle heart that endures. As the episodes drop weekly, blending taut suspense with character dissections that rival Squid Game's social bite, Yoo-jung's Baek Ah-jin evolves from victim to vortex, her alliances with enablers fracturing under the weight of unchecked ambition. Co-star Kim Young-dae's grounded prosecutor offers a foil, their charged dynamic crackling with unspoken tension that has shippers in a frenzy. But it's Yoo-jung's solo moments, soliloquies of calculated fury, that haunt, her voice a silken noose. Off the reel, her interviews' ripple effects linger, fans dissecting her dieting woes from Backstreet Rookie days, where shedding pounds for the role meant forgoing beloved street foods, a sacrifice that now fuels advocacy for healthier sets. It's profoundly moving, this evolution from silent sufferer to vocal steward. One envisions her on future shoots, championing breaks and bonds, her legacy extending beyond reels to real reform. And in quieter beats, like her sister's occasional cameos, Yoo-jung, a fellow actress sharing that familial spark, there's a grounding thread, a reminder that amid the maelstrom, roots run deep. Ultimately, Yoo-jung's story from four-year-old dreamer to Dear Ex's dark diva isn't just entertainment, it's a beacon of perseverance. Her efforts to connect amid chaos, a love letter to an industry that shaped her, and to fans who've walked every step, leaving us not just entertained but enriched, eager for the next chapter in her endlessly compelling saga.